Hello troops, I'm back. Today we must second lesson of this fantastic and sexy Glasgow accent. So last Monday, I mentioned that if it's after my Glasgow, right? If it's after my Glasgow, just forget that. Proper English, I should say, put a quotation mark here. I should say a proper English, forget that proper English. You learn it at schools, at the universities, just forget it. Because when you're after Glasgow, your first visit in Glasgow equals shock. Because Glasgow accent is considered the most difficult in English speaking world. So if you want to work in Glasgow, just after Glasgow, to visit in Glasgow someday. If you want to mingle with Glaswegians, make pals with Glaswegians, I suggest you to learn Glasgow accent first. So I'm going to remind you about it every single time. So last Monday I discussed 5 sounds that glottalized T, that T sound in Glasgow accent is not pronounced at all. So it means that in words such better, water, T is not pronounced better, water. That the H sounds, it doesn't matter which is voiced, unvoiced, the in Glasgow accent is not pronounced. But I should add something more, that in Glasgow we have 2 main accents, Glasgow vernacular and Glasgow standard English. In Glasgow vernacular uses FH instead of th. So in words like something, nothing, we say something, nothing. Or no, think, thing, it's hink. Hang. In Glasgow vernacular, but in Glasgow standard English, it's something, nothing. It's pronounced. I mentioned about R. So the Glasgow accents are very, very hard, are harsh, with that vibration here. So in words hard, harsh, great. You see that great, pure, that brilliant, great, pure. It's that hard R. We have that eng sound in English. We pronounce with that nasalization here, so it's nothing, something, thing. But in Glasgow accent, you may hear nothing, just in, nothing, something, thing, thin, like Dark L is more deep. Because personally, like less, lot, really, especially. That if you haven't watched my first ever lesson of Glasgow accent, I encourage you to do that. So before you watch my second Glasgow accent lesson. So today I'm going to talk about more sounds. So I prepared. I'm going to talk about Glasgow vowels, and then I prepared 7 sounds, vowels for you today. But let me tell you first about intonation, which is called, in Glasgow accent, is called Glasgow drawl. So the intonation part in Glasgow is very distinctive, and then there's a lot of variation in pitch. It's much more marked than in other accents. Stressed syllables occur as scoops down in pitch, so you rise up again. This produces a rising pattern so that even declarative utterances or statements have rising tone for questions. Therefore, the voice are to raise quite steeply to mark the exaggerated question, raise for that normal raise. So here you have example. Another native speaker shows some fairly abrupt raises and drops, which are swoops rather than steps. So the intonation is falling down a wee bit. So the whole off is new. See, I'm bred in Argastry. The whole off is new. For emphasis, Glasgow speakers scratch the vowels and increase the volume. That's very common in Glasgow. So accent, even accompanied by the scoop and raised intonation. Example, in these ways where these smiley, with the A in smiley is subjected to the Glasgow draw, smiley, it sounds like smiley. It's most sales, it's most sales, where the A is lengthened, or he was telling me. So A is pronounced wider, A sounds. He was telling me, with a long A sound, A, he was telling me. So these long vowels are independent of the Scots vowel length through. It'll be funny. I'm going to, like, the Glasgow draw sounds like with elastic vowels and rising inflection prompts comment. There is the poem, funny poem for Tom Leonard, Tea Time. I'm that dependent. Hang my vowels, hang my mommy. So the scratching here of the vowels makes it easy to hear the glides down and up in pitch. So a tip for non-native is to think of the appropriate inflection for reflecting a list. So frequency, time, pitch. Frequency, time, pitch. So I prepared first an example. The hot off is new. A pound of tea, a loaf of breads, a bottle of wine, a pound of butter. See? A pound of tea, a loaf of breads, a bottle of wine, a pound of butter. See that intonation, falling down, rising up again and down. Now, try the statements, keeping the scoop down on the bold vowel, the last vowel in each of the words underlined. So, Scotland is famous for its scenery. Scots are known for their hospitality. Scotland is famous for its scenery. Scots are known for their hospitality. So, intonation in Glasgow accent is mixed, because sometimes it's falling, rising, gliding down, falling down, rising again, and it's mixed. It varies. Native speaker to native speaker, because Glaswegians don't speak the same in the same way. So Glasgow accent varies in between. So, for example, Glasgow man for Kelvin site may speak differently for the man for Gvan. So it's Glasgow, but sounds differ, intonation differ. Glasgow draw, time, frequency, pitch, and inflection differ. So I'd like to move on to, the sounds, to the vowels. So first sounds I prepare for you today is the sound in English, like as short E. In English you pronounce it short E, but in Glasgow accent it's pronounced more like eh. So it's not, you don't say different pitch, you say different pitch. No pick up, for example. In Glasgow accent, pick. It's like pick up, eh. So short E. In Glasgow accent sounds like eh. More like eh. Alright? So let me present to you examples. In words like different. And repeat after me, please. Different. 11. Thanks. Thing. Christmas. If. Important. We improve. Then you have live. Bit. It. Important. Things. Offensive. Brilliant. Different. Universe. In. Village. Which. Once again, please. Different. 11. Things. Thing. Christmas. Important. It. If. With. Improve. Live. Bit. Important. Offensive. Brilliant. Different. Universe. In. Village. Which. Say difference. It's not A. It's A. Let me read you a text. to prove it to you. You may repeat after me if you want. So I don't like that. Okay, in 2 years' time, I do such thing. Live the future for yourself. But when you're planning a trip, you have to do it a wee bit earlier. But for example, come into Poland and then they plan that. This job, because thought about it on like 2 days and they go up and then so it wasn't like, okay, I've had teaching qualifications, moved to Poland and then got a teaching qualifications, applied for a job. It's like, okay, I found job offer, took it. Quite spontaneous, I think. I've got some friends that are probably very important. Good sense of humour sometimes. I wasn't say things that I don't mean them, so it's just like, so I say things that like a hook. So it's like, I'm joking, but some people take just like offensive and that. Right? You may repeat it if you want it after. So, in Glasgow accent, you may hear native speakers, Glasgow native speaker pronounce words you know probably for school, for English classes. In words, place, day. Right? So, in Glasgow accent, they may pronounce like day, place. The sound I'm talking about, the sound is called back ah. So the sound is, you should, when you want to pronounce these words in Glasgow accent properly, you should move your tongue just like that here and pretend that your tongue is back, that someone is choking you, and start to pronounce it back ah, right? So as I mentioned in English, it's like more like longer like ace, day, a. In Glasgow accent, sounds like it's like like please, face, make. So it sounds differently. So let me show you some examples to prove it to you. Repeat after me, please. So it's please, face, make, wait, see, face, day, Monday, Friday, away, today. Once again, place, face, make, wait, see, face. Day, Monday, Friday, away, today. See? No A. It's not A. It's place. It's place. A. Like a short A. Back A. No place. 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 Day. Today. Away. Just short. Just short. And let me show you the new example. Text example. In general, I think I'm quite a motivated person, so wake up every day and I'm like, well, it's Monday or Friday. I might get up and go and then teach my lessons, and that's good. And you know, and don't like lying in a bed for hours and hours. But I woke up the day, next day, and then go to the flight and him that sleep far away with a straighten or so on. But that wasn't actually that bad, you know. But that's the worst thing that happened. All the places, and like Poland today. So not A, just A. D. So be prepared for it. Next sound I want to. It's really, you know, it's not very common. It doesn't exist in English. Maybe you know the longer schwa. I suppose you know for your studies, for your schools, the English classes. But in Glasgow accent we have Svarowaki vowel. The vowel is called Svarowaki vowel. I know it's a weird name, but it's called that way. So you may hear it, that sound in words term earlier. Girl, film, world, ferreld, unferreld, learn, bird, heroes. So you can't find it in English. So English film became film in Glasgow accent. English girl became girl. World, world, felt, ferrled, unferrled, roll. That in between world, that sound film. Can you hear this? That sound in between film, elm. And then girl, errol, ferrled, unferrled, ferrled, that ferrled. They learn, ferrled, yours, no. Earlier, aye, so errol, in between errol. So I know it's hard, I know very common, but repeat after me, please. So, Jaros, Bert, Björn, Worken, Weird, Yers, Learn, Girl, Earlier, Film, World, Unfurled. Once again. Repeat after me once again, please. So it's Yers, Bert, Term, Weird, Term, Learn, Earlier, Girl, Film, World, Unfurled, Say furled, Girl. That in between the roll. It's a pure curious sound, I think. So let me show you some examples here. So I don't like long-term plans. So it's like not like the end of the week and the end of the month. Do this, do that. I don't like that. Okay, in 2 years time. It's just not life in the future for yourself. But if you're planning a trip, you have to do it with earlier. See, term earlier. But for example, comment button, it's not that. I go to gigs, festivals, listen to music, reading books, probably doing some creative, like musical instrument, maybe learn language. Just do that, like educational, learn today or something new. Once again, please and repeat after me. Term, years, earlier, learn, girl, film, world, unfurled. Alright. Remember, the name is for Wacky Vowel. So, next sound I want to mention is, I should tell you, now this is long sound, it's like so the English, in English, probably you know this sound, long aye, so in Glasgow accent it's not pronounced like it's pronounced more like oh, so it's like oh, as in core, as in hof, as in wall, as in hof, as in core, as in stonen. Aye, once again, core, hof, stonen, totty. Once again, core, stonen, hof, totty. See what I mean? Hof, core, the o. English is car, is car. Short sound like But in Glasgow you have o, it's more like o. It's written o in words. So once again, core, hof, totty. Stonen, hof, core, totty. So you know what I mean? That long became long o in Glasgow accent. Next sounds, I suppose it'll be different for you. It's that water vowel. What I mean by this, is used after W. Aye. So you know that sound again for English, because in English it sounds more like oh, short oh. In words, in words, water, want, wash, hand. Aye. squad. So it's short A. But in Glasgow accent, you may hear squad, water, want, wash, hand, well. See? So instead of saying squad, you say squad. Instead of saying water, water, you say water. Instead of want, you say want. Instead of wash, you say wash. Instead of wall, you say wall. Instead of hand, instead of hand, you say hon or hand, hand. So see, is replaced. See that o is replaced. Short o is replaced by a. So it's squat, right? Squat, water, want, wash, wa, hand, right? But one thing I want to mention here about is that, as I mentioned earlier about Glasgow vernacular, Glasgow standard English. So in Glasgow vernacular, you may hear forms like hon, under stone, stone. But in Glasgow standard English, you hear that short a instead of o. So it's hon. So it's hand. So it's understand. So it's stand. See, Glasgow vernacular is hon, stone, under stone. But Glasgow standard English, hand, understand, stand. See what I mean? So I think that sound is perfect for use. Next sound I want to mention about is short o. Sounds like longer o. So let me tell you in what I call. So the words usually associated with the o sound may sound like o. So it's longer o. Aye. So in Glasgow accent, in English, words you pronounce using o sound, short o sound. In Glasgow, these words have o sound. So it's not a fort. It's a fort. It's no corner. It's corner. It's no holidays. It's holidays. It's no coffin. It's coffin. See? A fort, corner, holidays, coffin. See that? O, longer o, instead of o. O, in Glasgow accent. And then one more sound I want to mention is unstressed final o. In Glasgow appears as a, short a, or a, just a. It was like bara, fella, mora. Once again, bara, fella, mora. So, the new I'd like to, read something to use, as usual, to some second lesson of Glasgow accent for use. So, to get through my last year at school, I work in a chip shop for a year. So that the 11 I was just discussing there, they come to at night, smelling at fuck. So when I left, all appeared, fish juice and that, all down my back, and went home absolutely whinging, eggs stuck in my head and things that I was lovely getting. So I mean, on the bus, I had bus home, and then I'm absolutely whinging of fish. Oh, it was horrible, man. It was absolutely horrible. So, and it picked me up, it threw me in, all that and the chips that were cut off for the next day. So I was dripping, absolutely soaking water. The smell of fish, the eggs, tan of the eggs and that on me, it was disgusting, man. And to work in the shoe shops. I work in various shoe shops all through Glasgow and some of the really deprived areas. I work for one specific company that I call Fleet and Vancouver. You can tell me that name. So I'm liking that, or branches all through Lanarkshire or Glasgow. So when I went to college, we took on every summer, So it was like, a wee summer job, and then for I was a first summer, And there on the payment, God bridge was fine, you know, that I was okay. Was this next year on the side, but take me on for like my holiday cover, so I ended up underneath Umbrella Bridge in Argashua. So I was in there. That was disgusting, man. It was so disgusting. So you walk out the door, there was drum sleeping underneath your trees of shoes. So, and you know, under all the fumes gather, so you blow your nose, and all dirt will come out your nose. So it was on the fusty. Fusty means stinky. Fusty means moldy. So by the way, it was horrible. And on first day working there, woman came in, and I was just two wee bits of wings, and you know the hair was stopped, and then I was all their hair cut off. And then I was stopping the ricky their heat, and then I was just such a shame, man. So that was normal. And then their mommy was shaking up her jacket. So I was all covered with just fucking bogging. I would have turned to your stomach, man. And these ways are very deep smelly and everything, you know. And your hair just went out to them. So I met about a day or two after I got walked in. So he had like a big scar right down his face, and they walking at his shoulder hanging up his sleeve. So my hair immediately went and I'm a move, you know, and I go, what, we are going to get it done over. Oh, my hair was bounding like, I'm a team at anaesthesia. Oh, they sell kids clothes with him. And I was like, I'm sorry, we don't stock it then in the, you know, and there's not a season this summer, so I was like, right, fine. I was out the door and they put it in this bottle back for something with him trying to be polite, you know. So I was going to get slashed, I was going to get to replace, you know, a hair bounding, so for there, they stayed from a sort of hot shoot. So got put in some voice tenor. There's a bit of grannies waiting over slippers. So when you walk into stockroom, basically, just wee box, you know, and then a whole thing is that in the corner, you know, the shopping centre, they walk into the stockroom and everything just fell on your heat because it was crammed. I was there for about a fortnight. I moved to my Easter house. I was there for the rest of the summer, so I couldn't believe that, you know. And first half of being there, I'm just slashed outside the shop. I'm fighting that shopping centre. The slash had a security getting a guard take to the post office, and then was basically 2 doors away. She called a security guard to take you down with all this money and stuff, you know, and they wouldn't get jumped. So there was women coming in, and we come all them so depraved, and it's unbelievable, man. Women coming in with 3 or 4 wains, and throw up schemes and then to try like that, and just inspire up in pound shoes for their wains to go back to school. And it just made me realise how, you know, how depraved and how poor some people are. My heart went out to them rather than I thought that thinking about punching them, you know, and just not in some ways like good one for actually coming up in that way with something that's inventive, you know, because I'm telling you, the schemes were unbelievable, you know, but it was their way of surviving. Alright, so next time, that's all for today, troops. Hope you like it. Next time, so next Monday, so I'm going to come back with my videos every single Monday. So I publish my videos every single Monday at usual time at 1 p.m. or after. So I'm going to discuss diphthongs, or rather lack of them, because in Glasgow accent we don't use diphthongs. So next time I'm going to discuss diphthongs, and I prepared surprise for you, and just a text to hear, to practice, for you to listen. And then I want to remind you that I really love you to subscribe my channel. So please subscribe my channel.